name, you have a target on your back. And this top-ranked team in the land is going on the road against a squad that can make its season if it can pull off a major upset. Welcome, everyone, to Tucson, Arizona, in the stadium where they bear down for the Arizona Wildcats. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Vanderbilt Commodores, taking on another team from the Sun Belt, the Arizona Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Arizona will boot it away to start this one. He'll start the return inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So the Vanderbilt Commodores offense will take the field first. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways. And Palmer, they can hit home run.
Turning it on! And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Showing off that power as he plows ahead to the 38. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Vandy. We're at the halfway point of the season. They're sitting atop the rankings. How hard is it to maintain that focus as the season goes along?
It's really tough, and that's one thing this coaching staff's really been trying to focus on is just to take one opponent at a time, regardless of where they're ranked, regardless of where you're playing. You've got everybody's attention. You're the #1 team in the country midway through the year, David, but there are tougher challenges ahead.
Well, and it's hard to get your players' attention because you start thinking you're good. We've got to get better every week, every practice, and sometimes that #1 ranking makes you not work as hard, gets you a little bit complacent, so that's the job of this coaching staff moving forward.
A strike downfield. Defense. The big gain on offense, and the play will stand. The offense declines the penalty. The Commodores come to the line with a new set of downs. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Takes a hit as he fires. Big guy smells it. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
It's really tough on offenses when defenses know what you got to do. You got to pass the football. They're in man coverage. How about the receiver understanding where the first down is? He smells it. He goes and gets it.
They want to throw it. Still looking, on the move. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Doors!
This defense has their hands full in this game because of what you saw right there. This quarterback is one of the fastest players in the entire country, and he runs one in. They're going to have to do a better job getting hats to him because they know they're going to see the QB run a lot today.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Arizona's offense will go to work for the first time today. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass in coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
And I think on that last play, it's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
That's a great play by the defensive back, swatting away that football on that deep pass.
Arizona runs out the punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll leave it with him. On the move is the 30. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Well, on that one, they decide to attack the left outside on the ground, and you see the speed by the ball carrier there, Reese, picking up a huge chunk of yards.
Now, I can't imagine any reason they wouldn't just run that play again.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Why not just go back to the well one more time?
They'll ride the hot hand.
I know that wasn't a big, huge play, and everybody's not excited, and the fans aren't going crazy, but those are the plays that in the 4th quarter matter a lot. Again, making you tackle my back, making you feel the physicality of the football game throughout, so you get tired and get worn down in the 4th quarter.
They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains. They have a first down at the 41-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Might be looking to run. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Just a short pass to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule, and what that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him short. He does not pick up the first down. A field goal attempt from here would just be 48 yards, but they'll try to move the chains on 4th down and short. Got enough for the first, and he's still going.
Yeah, and I think those quarterback sneaks used to be for the big, strapping quarterbacks. But, man, nowadays, dude, all you got to do is fall forward, and it's such a hard play to stop. So you see this all across all levels of football, and it's just a difficult play to stop.
Goes to the option. Strong run, picks up 6 down to the 22-yard line.
Positive plays. That's all you're looking for here in the option game. Not everything is going to be a 70-yard touchdown run, obviously, but if you can pick up positive yardage like that, and the quarterback makes good decisions, pitching it out when no one's accounting for the pitch man, you'll take that all day long. They don't get the first down, but why would you stop running option after a play like that?
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
And the Commodores have it with a 1st and goal. Motion from the back. The sweet feet buy a little time. Knocked away, incomplete, and quarters get tight in the red zone.
And I like the alertness by this defense. 1st and goal, usually a running type situation. They were ready for the pass, broke on the football, and that could have been a huge play for this defense.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Here comes the option. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Vandy.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Interesting matchup this week in the Big 12 today. In fact, they're all interesting this season. Iowa State is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point. But you take a look at the scoreboard and you see we have ourselves a close game. They're up by 7 over Baylor. For now, it's back to you fellas. But, of course, if anything changes from Big 12 country, you'll hear about it here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
To the air on 2nd down. Finds his man. It's Thorne. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
Offenses don't like being in these situations. They don't like having little success on 1st and 2nd down because now you know I got to pass the football. I got to air it out. It makes me really predictable. So let's make sure you take care of the football and find those plays you really like.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Heaves it on the run. He's got it down the left. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And the pass goes incomplete, but the flag is down, and this one might be on the offense. Some hand fighting at the point of the catch will draw the penalty, but this one is going to go against the offense. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Oh, the offense just not able to come up with that. You knew that was going to be a bang-bang play, right? They're taking a shot into the end zone. That's going to have to meet a contested catch on the back end, but he wasn't able to come up with it because of the hit.
Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. And that last incompletion leaves this offense facing a 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And they'll keep it away from the return man as the punt goes out of bounds. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Wants to throw on 1st down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The Commodores now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down.
This defense needed something to happen to create some momentum back to their side. They've built a deficit. QB's been very comfortable making plays. Exactly what you needed. Put some doubt in his head. Get to him. Hit him. Get physical. They get the sack on this play, and that's just what they needed.
Well, guys, Vanderbilt has the lead here as the quarter comes to a close. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. So they had a chance to talk over. Third down play to open the period. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He lobs one high down the left side. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense, because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in third and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open that deep down the field for an explosive play. Somebody's going to have to answer for that when they get to the sidelines.
Got it in the middle. It's Miles. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. It's complete to the left. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Stop me when you've heard this before. First down, first down, first down. Just continuing to put first downs together. So far, this defense, they just can't find any answers.
And the Commodores line it up with a first and goal. Snags it over the middle. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I'll tell you, this defense, they've looked really good with their backs against the wall. When they get down in their own end defensively in the red zone, they really just seem to tighten up, and you saw it there on that play.
Pushes ahead. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
Turning to the running game here on third and goal. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down.
I know the aggressive play is to go for the touchdown, but with a little bit of lead right here and a great start for my offense, I'm going to kick this field goal, Palmer.
I'm going the other way. I'm going aggressive here. You can
wrong.
put the nail in the coffin with the touchdown. Even if you don't get it, they still have to drive the entire field on your defense.
Fourth and goal from the 3, and the offense will stay out there and try to finish the deal. Back's got it. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Vanderbilt. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
It just looked like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12.
Here we go.
Looking to fire. Going for it all. Makes the grab down the left side. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And that's a really good job by the defense understanding leverage. I can't let that fast sucker get outside of me towards the sidelines. Nice job expanding with him and then going and making a tackle. One of the hardest things to do in football is tackle guys in the open field. Great job going and getting him on the ground.
Makes a grab over the defense, and they are threatening now down at the 15. Arizona moving the ball quickly down the field. They'll throw it from the red zone. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. Gets a turnover. And the quarterback just ran out of time there, and they were able to knock it free.
Quarterbacks have got to do a great job keeping two hands on the football, especially in passing situations like that, because you know defenders are swatting at the ball. Even if you can't see them, these guys, they're 6'5", 6'6", they've got long arms. They're trying to rip and tug away and get that ball out of your hands. The QB will learn from this play. He's got to do a better job of his fundamentals.
He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Dumps it to the back. Caught near the sticks. It's Mooney. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the 1st down marker was. I got to go get that 1st down. He did a nice job of it.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. On the option. Now the toss. Finds a little space. Breaks into the open. And a big play there on the option. The pitch was executed perfectly. The Commodores have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to change this route. Looking to throw on 1st down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Quarterback gets past the marker. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
And this QB, man, how about it? It's a pass play. He's dropping back to pass. He realizes it's man-to-man, and as they start to chase their guys down.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. He's running free down the middle. The 20.
And how about this defense flipping the field, turning a negative situation into a positive, causing the fumble, scooping that puppy up. You look at the blocking out in front of the guy, you can tell, chewing up yardage, puts it all the way back down the field, gets a ton of yards back, and now puts an offense in a position to succeed.
Under fire. Now he's going to break the pocket. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. And they can't punch it in with a first down run, and the defense has one stop. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Quarterback on the keeper. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. And this ought to be a chip shot from about 20 yards out. Fourth down and goal from the 3. Can the defense get a stop? They'll send the back in motion. He'll set up to throw. Touchdown Wildcats. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
We needed that. They needed to punch the ball in the end zone. They needed to cut this to a 2-score game, and they needed some positive momentum. Something going well, something to point to at half to say, guys, we got a chance. That drive, they put it together. Nice job by this offense.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They'll start this drive with a pass. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Good timing on the quick out. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. To the air on first down. Lofts one high and deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Just about set to get this second half underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Motion from the wide receiver. They'll try the run. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Arizona right back to the line.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Got his man. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
And after that long completion for their first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. He's going to throw deep right side. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. Arizona runs out the punt team. Let's see what he can do with it. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. The inside handoff. Makes it past the marker. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
And the Commodores, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Looking downfield on first down. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. Crosses the 45, out of bounds at the 47-yard line, and a solid play there.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback get going the other direction.
The Commodores can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. The short hands, it's Miles. Gun room at the 35. How about this freshman leading them on the chase and making the big play after the catch?
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Fires to the right. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Wants to keep it in the air. Quickly to the tight end. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
That has got to be so demoralizing for the defense. You haven't been able to stop this guy all game long. And here on third down, they're handing it off to him anyway because they don't think you can stop him. This defense right now, you see a lot of people hanging their heads a little bit because they're not playing with tons of confidence.
Caught behind the line. It's Mooney. And he'll step out of bounds just short of the goal line. Almost a touchdown, but not in there yet. And the Commodores trying to cash it in on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Commodores. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. Takes it the other way. He's at the touchdown doors. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead.
Vanderbilt, 35. Arizona, 7.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. They'll give it to the back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you. 3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're late in the 3rd quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive, and they've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the...
He'll off one deep down the left side. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the 3rd quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the 3rd quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the 1st half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
On the move. He's out past the 35. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a 1st down. Might as well give it to him again. At midfield, he's got room. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
You know, good running backs are the ones that can make things happen in small spaces. That running back there found his lane, he found his crease, and there was no hesitation. He got north right away and was able to make a big-time play.
That's caught. It's Miles. At the 20, he's got space. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Vandy. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
The Big 12 has become must-see TV, and fellas, today's clash is no different. Iowa State is in serious trouble right now. I hope that coach is renting and not buying there in Ames, because that could be a bad investment. They're trailing by 21 to Baylor. We'll keep you updated as this one goes forward, as this could shake up the Big 12 race significantly.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. On the run, fires downfield. It's picked off, and that's number 10. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. The Commodores, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Finds his big tight end. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. He might want another play. A 1st down run in the red zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Vanderbilt.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Arizona, 7.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back.
There he goes. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And Arizona.
End off from the shotgun. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding to the football?
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Right on the money. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. That's it for the period, and it's Vanderbilt holding the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. A soaring high punt with serious hang time. And the returner goes down. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. The screen, and watch out. Oh, he's got some space. The 10. Touchdown, Commodores. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. The lead gets bigger here in the 4th quarter, and their run continues, about to go 8-0.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab on the left. Makes the tackle at the 24, but from inside the 10 to across the 20 on the pickup of 15. Wants to throw on 1st down. Rushes on him. He's going to run it. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They'll run it from the gun. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Arizona has the offense humming, set up with another first down. Looking to throw on first down. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
And the Wildcats are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. And the Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Running back searching for a hole. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And just they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the fourth quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and catch a little bit, throw the football around.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Arizona runs out the punt team. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Just inside the 30 at the 29, it's 1st and 10. Receiver going for the edge on the jet sweep. Creates a little room. He'll go out of bounds at the 21-yard line.
And that's the hard thing about defending this play. You got so much speed coming across the formation. They can get to the edges quickly, and you limit the damage. It's not a huge play, but they pick up a little chunk and a little chunk, and you put those together, and they can get you first downs.
Quickly complete. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
So now it's 2nd and long. They go to the ground. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Doors. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the 4th, and now they can smell 8 straight wins.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
Arizona sending the offense onto the field. That last one looked like a back-breaking drive, David, but they ended up punting.
Yeah, they put some plays together, put some yards together, but the most important stat is putting points on the board. And this offense has to finish, Jesse, when they get across that 50-yard line and start getting in scoring territory.
Yeah, there was some good execution, no doubt about it, but I think it's the critical down and distances, third down in particular. They've got to be better moving forward.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Bringing the heat. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Man, I've been there before as a quarterback. Sometimes you just wish the game would already be over, right? You've had nothing go your way all game long. You're trailing late. They're still getting sacks. And you just want to go back to the locker room. You want to get in the ice tub and start healing for next week.
Fires one high and deep. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. Taking it the other way.
And I love this defense understanding situational football. You got the lead in the fourth quarter, getting your nickel packages. You know the pass is coming, and the execution was great.
Yeah, they thrive on takeaways, and they love to get into games late with the lead because one of the strengths of their entire team is their secondary, and you saw it there. In nickel, they're able to come away with the pick.
And he can't hold on to the ball at the end of this big game. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
A huge gain. Probably would have loved to say this earlier in the game. Probably would have loved to have some of these runs and have a little bit more success running the football earlier. Now, I might think about maybe cranking the tempo and probably, if I'm going to need these runs, I'm going to need to go ahead and score on these runs, or I'm going to need to start chucking the football.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. And now they'll have to dial something up on third down after the incompletion. From the gun, wants to pass. He wants a big play here late. Catch inside the 30 and still running. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. Spits it out to the back. Gets it out fast. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They've put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week. And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
And He tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Throwing right. Makes a grab past the marker. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. And the Commodores will line it up on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Makes the grab. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. From the 33, it's 1st and 10. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking downfield on 1st down. It's complete. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Commodores with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll run play action. Grab near the sticks. It's Miles. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. From the red zone, looking for a man. Throws to the back. He's got his man. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. And while the game is all but decided, why not? And they're going to score again, yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
70, Arizona, 14.
On the move from inside is 5. And the returner will be knocked down.
14. And your Arizona Wildcats will take over.
Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence.
Looking deep down the right side. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
A deep throw as the clock winds down. And this is dropped and incomplete, and that's sort of a microcosm of how this game has gone and time has run out. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your unit. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they